Hi, I'm Mark Flickinger, a general partner and chief operating officer at Panoramic Ventures, one of the more active venture capital firms in the Southeast. Why is it important to be in the 305? It's because there's a lot of great stuff going on here. We found a lot of great entrepreneurs that are investing in businesses. There's a lot of investors here. There's just such a great ecosystem that is being built and scaled. Just over the past couple of years alone, we've invested in 8 companies here and expect to do more as we're able to just find companies that are doing great things, solving real world problems, and have the ecosystem or the syndicate of investors around them to be successful. Well, we invest in tech, so that's really helpful. And I think we like to find great opportunities where other people aren't looking. It's part of the name and kind of how we've had success. So certainly people know Miami is here, and as Miami continues to grow, we've been early in that movement and are excited to continue on it. But from our perspective, as a venture capitalist, we're trying to find great companies that we can support, hopefully help them go farther and faster with us as a partner than they'd be able to on their own. And there certainly are plenty of them here in Miami, so it's been an integral part of our sourcing strategy and certainly partnership strategy as we go forward and grow. It's interesting as we look through sort of what we've done from a portfolio perspective, over 40%, almost 45% of our portfolio of investors or of entrepreneurs is diverse. So sort of non-female or non-white. And that's because they're just making great businesses. I think part of the problem from a venture capital perspective is if you look in the same place, you're going to get the same thing. We've always taken the approach of really investing in businesses on merit. And what that's allowed us to do is find a lot of great companies that are diverse. And so we have the ability or the belief that there's really, you don't have to pick. You can have a phenomenal performance from a fund perspective and great diversity at the same time. And I think we've borne that out and proven that out. I think most people would agree with that statement at kind of face value. So for us, it's really important, but it's also where the opportunity lies, right? It's there's no choice that we have to make because we're already doing it. We're already finding great companies that are diverse and we're investing in them. I think our most recent fund, which we just closed last year, is actually over 50% from a diversity perspective. And I think from a workforce perspective, it's great because it just brings so much diversity of thought, right? And I think there's a lot of ways to define diversity, but you certainly don't want to talk to all the same people that think the way you do. You'll end up with the same answer, and that's not necessarily the best one. And so we're very thoughtful, not only in our own company, but in our portfolio companies, to make sure that they have the same approach. Let's make sure we have the right people at the table. That leans itself to just a sort of open aperture around diversity so that you have a great end conclusion and you're doing the best work that you can with the best answers that you can get when you're facing a problem. How do I see Miami growing from a tech industry perspective? And there's obviously always has been tourism here, right? It's a great place for everybody to come. But this infrastructure that's been built over the past couple of years, I think, is here to stay. It's a great welcoming environment for both entrepreneurs and investors. There's a lot of things to like about the city itself, but now you have this sort of ecosystem of incubators and accelerators. There's a ton of talent from all the colleges and universities that are in the area. There's an influx of experienced talent, sort of operators from businesses that are coming to Miami because they know this is where the next companies are being built. And you also have investors. So you put all those kind of pieces of the puzzle together and you'd expect sort of sustained growth for an extended period of time. So I really think it's going to kind of continue to accelerate and perhaps reshape the kind of definition of sort of what Miami is. Not that anything needs to be changed, but I think add to is probably a better way to describe it, where Miami can become a great destination for people who come for vacation, but also a great destination for those that are looking to build a great business.